Hello everyone, we're back with the North American Strikers League. I'm here with Brickbat and Brickbat's Drink, here for a very hype matchup, the Sad Boys versus OSHI no core flip. And these are two teams that have a bit of a storied history, Vaughn famously respecting OSHI a ton, OSHI having many close games, including I think a .5 set 5. Very memorable game with them.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I think I've seen a lot of players talk about kind of Oshi in the league. A lot of people were definitely impressed when they first entered the scene, but I've been hearing whispers, some rumors from players saying that maybe they've got him almost figured out. And definitely Sad Boys giving Oshi a lot of credit going into this game, but we're definitely excited to see how Oshi holds up in this league going into these future weeks when teams will have more experience playing against this team. So we'll see how their performance here translates into success against what a lot of people are saying will be the top team in the league.
Yeah, we're on night market, and importantly, I think, the last patch didn't really do that much to curb the KO power of OSHI no core flip. There weren't like that big of damage nerfs. The 1-2 punch, notably, is also still here. All of the damage awakenings in the draft are still incredibly oppressive. And Mirimek was once known for being a bit of a Juliet one trick, but the Vice Band comes out. They were hovering an Asher ban. Mirimek's Asher has risen up as their secondary turned honestly better character.
Yeah, I definitely excited to see how that will play out as we do seem to enter night market. Unfortunately, all of my preparation, my towel, my sunscreen was for naught as we won't be going to the splash zone. But we will see kind of that Finny actually being played out here. This will be the first time I believe we'll see it since the great unbanning of this character. And definitely a lot of people were saying when the bug was introduced, when Finny was out of play, a lot of people were saying it was actually really warping the meta in competitive play. So now that this character is back in, we'll see what she can do, especially against a team like OSHI no core flip.
Yeah, definitely, and we see a lot of KO power on both sides, the Luna goalie versus the Aimee and Finny. Of course, with Ashers on both sides, and the starter awakenings are Deadeye and Timeless. This will definitely be a game as the Luna, the Finny will both gain incredible power from that awakening.
Yeah, and look at that, actually, that gear pick from Vaughn, the Pummeler's Finny actually coming out. Something that I see a lot of Finny's been doing recently has been going things like crossover to help with the mobility, or that siphoning wand for that damage resistance. But Pummelers is something I'm very excited to see, though. Unfortunately, Vaughn might be the one getting pummeled out very soon as he is staggered with very little dodge. That being said, Bell's going on the offensive and using that Asher secondary to win the strike war against Merchant. First point, Sad Boys.
Yeah, there's not that much you can do when you're a little Luna and an Asher, especially one piloted by Bells of all players, as Lose very proactive on the kickoff, going forward with the Cyber Swipe. So much damage being put onto Mirimek. The Pummeler's almost getting the KO right off the bat, and the Firewall Sentry taking the Asher even lower, all the way to the staggered mark. But Merchant, this is the centerpiece of OSHI no core flip. That aggressive forward pressure coming out from Merchant has been key to their game plan, and once again it is sent forward. Mirimek trying to use the pass splitter, but no, it is sent away yet again.
Yeah, and already looking at health bars again, Vaughn already kind of being worried himself about that knockout potential, but it just hasn't come forward yet. Mirimek focused so much on that scoring, Kashikoma focusing on that core control, even with the assistance of a Deadeye Luna. It looks like they're having a little bit of trouble sending other players off the map, and Bells himself using that core flip to get the goalie barrier and also dodging that Luna ultimate as well. Something that we'll definitely be seeing as the game goes forward is, can Sad Boys manage their dodge meter well enough to avoid a lot of that big damage coming out from the Luna? And it looks like they're doing just fine so far, but an excellent strike from Mirimek, crossing up You Already Lose, able to get it into that bottom pocket. First point for OSHI no core flip.
Yeah, and those are situations you want to find yourself in if you're OSHI against that Aimee goalie. When the cooldowns are down, there's not much the Cat can do, but right now immediate damage being put onto Kachikoma. So much pressure coming out, taken completely low, almost fully staggered, has to regen here, but there are plenty of cooldowns from the side of the Sad Boys. Bells is taking it with the dash, going in to try and score the Finnies. special as well. Yuri Luz has split. Mirrormeg working on one, but a double barrier by Kashikoma turns the entire situation around. OSHI no core flip have a situation here where they can... Oh, Merchant flies around the map, barely finds land in time to blink back. A very clutch eject button there as Merchant, oh, the core is so fast, gets it out of the corner in time for Bells. Mirrormeg now has possession, now has Flip in front of the net. The follow-up from Merchant gets the KO. Bells still in front of the net. Merchant has no cooldowns, but the shot misses the goal. It's sent up by Kashikoma. Vaughn defending over and over, and finally Mirrormeg finds the goal, but what a point.
Yeah, and so much aggression coming out from Mirrormeg and Merchant. Merchant timing his dash literally perfectly to catch You Already Lose off guard, getting that very, very high impact KO, getting them their second point of the set. As it looks like teams will be trading strikes in the middle of the net. Spacebar does come out from Finny, or secondary comes out from Finny. Mirrormeg will have to play a little bit more passive to avoid that damage, but the court does manage to get to him from a good pass. Vaughn himself staggered, but a lot of dodge to work with to keep himself safe. Ball goes into the side of OSHI no core flip's court. Not able to find that last goalie barrier, unfortunately. Turret from Kashikoma, able to keep the thing able to keep the core up. Merchant, though, unfortunately, dribbled around him, and he's not able to get anything. That pass splitter comes out from Asher, not able to find the goal, but You Already Lose, already on the aggression to keep it up. And pass to Bell, setting up for an advantageous core flip, able to get it past Merchant, 2-2 on the set.
Yeah, that pass into the strike war was so critical. Bells able to strike war the tiny little Luna, but importantly right now, it is the last point situation in the first set to lead in the draft. So important when so many characters are power picks, but Bells using the flip to get both barriers. Now Merchant unsuccessful on the dash forward. Kashikoma dribbled around as You Already Lose and Bells are approaching. Meter burn from Merchant to elusive the turrets. Bells taken low. If they can get this KO, this would be critical. Kashikoma still staying alive as You Already Lose has plenty of meter to work with. Merchant dashing forward to try and keep possession. Kashikoma needs to cash out soon. Does so. Gets one barrier. Mirrormeg looking for two, but Bells takes Kashikoma out, and Merchant is forced to make the long trek. You Already Lose has flip. It's so dangerous, but blinks back with the eject button. Oh, and I'm about to say that You Already Lose gets the flip up to the top corner. And Sad Boys, although it got close, they do manage to squeak out the first set. OSHI no core flip putting up a fight, though.
Yeah, definitely. And those draft timings are going to be very important. We do have a lot of mirrors. The Amy and the Asher currently being mirrored will be wanting to contest things like that build different that has been picked up. But a lot of things up for this Luna to pick. We have the twin drives, the ponders, even something like the 1-2 punch does opt into that twin drive. It's a very, very strong awakening, even game warping, I'd say, for a character like Luna, as it looks like we will be having a few hovers coming out. Looks like Mirrormeg picking that Monumental. It's big to deny that Finny, that Grand Finale, I believe it's what it's called. I could be wrong, but that increased size on it will make it so hard for something like a Luna to defend coming in. So good deny going into this next set.
Yeah, but I'm looking at Merchant, like you mentioned, that twin drive Deadeye, double best in slots on the Luna, but there's not much the best in slot can do if Bells is approaching. But Merchant is so patient, but still Bells finds the strike after the pass from Vaughn, and that is another lead going to the Sad Boys as OSHI no core flip need to find some defensive stability fast.
Yeah, and even with that twin drives, the defensive pickups from Luna are still going to be hard. It is a Luna goalie after all, so if you are losing the damage war, you are losing the goal control war, like Sad Boys or like OSHI no core flip is now, you're going to have a very, very hard time. But as we see right there, it goes into the side of Sad Boys net, and Merchant with that twin drive, so much offensive power. Oh my gosh, getting himself the goalie barriers and the goal himself. Merchant is doing it all. I do believe he is buying stocks right now.
Yeah, absolutely playmaking. And that is the team of OSHI no core flip. Kashikoma and Mirrormeg can play as far forward, as creatively as they want, because Merchant is there to back them up. Basically both the goalie and the midfielder. But the thing is, right now it's looking a little dangerous as once again the Finny special takes a barrier. Merchant tries to pass the core up, but it is defended away by You Already Lose. The flip is out from Bell, flip from Merchant, but a little bit too early, and it's blocked by the primary. The barrier beam takes the goal, and Sad Boys extend the lead.
Yeah, and this Asher from Bells is just so oppressive, especially against Luna, which doesn't have things like the Expanse or a pass splitter of his own in order to make those defensive plays. It's just so hard to get it out of the OSHI side of the court if it does end up going there. But as of right now, look at it's already in the side of Sad Boys' court, and that twin drives from Merchant, able to keep that offensive pressure up, able to get a goal barrier for his troubles, but it looks like it's on his side of the field again. Can he defend? No, he cannot. as the second goalie barrier goes down, but Mirmeg trying to get a one-on-one with You Already Lose. Vaughn there to assist, able to get it out for now, but a good strike or win from Mirmeg, able to get that final goalie barrier. Merchant trying to keep it up, but Vaughn's secondary able to push it forward. Fireball Sentry comes out and gives it to Mirmeg for a good strike war win. The second point for the side of Oshino Corflip and the second 2-2 of this game.
Yeah, both sets so far going to 5 points. Absolute banger on our hands right now. But the important thing is, can Oshino Corflip close? Because they've been in this situation before. They've gotten the clutch plays, but Sad Boys have been decisive when it matters. And now Kashikoma trying to pass it up. Vaughn accidentally sending it backwards, but it's okay. Just a pass to the goalie. As once again, Merchant's coming in. Not too much damage is found on You Already Lose. However, as Mirmeg is about to take a ton all the way down, almost being KO. Does use the flip though.
Oh!
Almost getting the barrier. Oh, what a KO on the I'm Yuri, loses off the field. No goalie left. And now Kashikoma and Mirmeg in position. Merchant dashing back and forth, looking for a bit of a KO. Doesn't even need it, as Mirmeg with the barrier beam will secure the first set win for OSHI, tying up the game against the Sad Boys.
My gosh, and the MVP of that point, absolutely Merchant, as he flashes his MVP card. Absolutely well-deserved. And extra special missile propulsion, glass cannon, all on the table. Rapid fire even, whatever Merchant desires. Does opt in for that extra special, as all Lunas like to do. Absolutely well-earned and well-deserved. And that awakening might awaken Oshino Corflip coming into this third set.
Yeah, that's just so much more damage and constant pressure for the Sad Boys to deal with, especially because their team is a little bit vulnerable to getting KO'd. Well, both teams are. Very glass cannon-y, both of these comps, as You Already Lose picks up the glass cannon himself. Will help in the defensive prowess, but he is getting hit quite a lot.
Yeah, definitely. And already Merchant on the aggression again with that first dash forward, but he's got another one if he'd like to. You Already Lose has to be sweating a little bit in his side of the net, where he might be able to get KO'd at any point. But as of right now, it looks like Sad Boys briefly had the advantage, but with bells going off, things might change in a bit. Vaughn also very low on that dodge. Not a lot to work with in terms of defendability. And Larry goes, the extra special from Luna into the pass from Kashikoma to Mirmeg, stuffing it through You Already Lose. And yeah, so many best in slot awaitings for Merchant. This guy is absolutely Thanosing Sad Boys right now.
Yeah, this is the best case scenario for Oshino Corflip. This is the game they wanted. Merchant getting everything he wants. Kashikoma and Mirmeg being able to play their game, not the other teams. And once again, Mirmeg puts the pad splitter down. Kashikoma in there, Merchant as well, but it is defended away. But even as those plays fail, it is Bells who is taking so much damage, almost being taken out, being secured by the flip of Merchant, and Mirmeg has a flip. Another extra special bomb comes in, and now Vaughn and You Already Lose's health bars are being shredded. Mirmeg and Kashikoma secure the kill on Vaughn. Merchant is back in. Bells managing to defend though, and Kashikoma, oh, the barrier is still saved by Merchant, but they need to find this goal fast. Oh, and bounce off of You Already Lose. Mirmeg finds the recovery, and Oshino Corflip are looking so dominant with this damage.
My gosh, yeah, this Merchant guy, he is currently being a KO machine, dragging people into the meat grinder that is Luna Ultimate. Bell's already forced to burn that dodge, respecting this extra special Luna so much, but as I say that, they do get that first goalie barrier. That being said, Mirmeg Kashikoma able to answer in kind, and it's just an absolute fist fight in the top side of the map right now. Absolutely punching and wailing on each other. Corflip allows Kashikoma to get that strike war win. Vaughn not able to find that goalie barrier, but Bells is able to hit system for a little bit. Ultimate comes down from Luna, not able to find anything. Can Kashikoma find this goal? Corflip coming out from You Already Lose, respecting that mix-up that Kashikoma could potentially do. Not able to find anything, but an excellent finale from Vaughn, able to pocket into that top corner. Merchant not able to defend.
Yeah, truly a big finish there. Important point for the Sad Boys. If they're going to claw their way back into this game, they get the striker advantage and they do not let go. But importantly right now, it is a new set. More extra special bombas coming out from Merchant, and Mirmeg and Kashikoma with the massive pad splitter and the Aimi turret are pressing forward. Bell is taking so much damage, regenning a little bit here though, has a lot of meter to work with. But as I say that, Kashikoma and Merchant, the duo, are back. And Bells aims for a double barrier, doesn't even need to hit the double barrier if you have to flip to capitalize on that. And Bells with the bounce off the bumper into the dash. Unreactable for Merchant as the Sad Boys send it to the third straight 5th point.
Yeah, and we've got a game here. I think if Sad Boys can avoid those fist fights that we've been seeing OSHI no core flip trying to drag them into, it's going to be looking good. But as I say that, Bells right now, bullet holes bleeding out right now. No dodge, no stagger. He will be probably being sent off the map anytime soon unless OSHI no core flip decide to go for the goal. But as I say that, Bells with a 1-2 reversal, able to get Kashikoma off the map, and suddenly a huge tempo swing for the side of Sad Boys, able to get that final goalie bear. So much stuffing from the side of that Finny and Asher, and oh, Merchant almost lets it in, but good spacebar, able to save it out. You already lose, trying to keep it up, does as his core flip. Firewall Sentry comes down from Kashikoma, and it will answer. You already loses Firewall Sentry. Kashikoma trying to win the strike ward, but not able to do it. This might be the final play of the game, or of the set. Kashikoma though able to defend with that cyber swipe. Merchant now on the aggression, maybe able to get it past your release, but nothing right now. Mirrormag not able to find it as well as the glitch pop goes a little bit wide. Merchant interrupted by the Finny primary as Mirrormag wins the strike war in the center. Very big. Core flip comes out, mix up, not able to find it against the defensive. You already lose in Vaughn as Mirrormag now is sent off the map for his troubles, and a good pocket from Bells off of the core flip, able to get a critical set win against OSHI no core flip.
Oh, and it was so close. It was a margin of strikes there on the side of the Sad Boys goal, but they hold on, they score on OSHI, and they are rewarded. So many good awakenings. I'm looking at the Big Fish and the Catalyst, but also the Stagger Swagger, if it drops to a Sad Boys member, will be critical here. But Catalyst open for the enemy up sort of prime time. There's so many good choices here, it's hard to pick. Fire up for more energy as Catalyst does drop to the Sad Boys, so does Stagger Swagger potentially, and this is so much defensive prowess being picked up for the Sad Boys. I think they'll be able to hold.
Yeah, actually very confused with the options of Prime Time, especially that little bit of that damage there. Even though Prime Time Rapid Fire, which Kashikoma does have right now, is an absolutely disgusting combo, I'm wondering that with that Stagger Swagger, with the Catalyst, will OSHI no core flip be able to keep up with the core control from Sad Boys going into this fourth set of the game?
Yeah, they are so much tankier now. They have so much more utility because they're getting hit so much. The energy burst will be in spades, and now Merchant going in yet again.
Oh no!
The Bells punishes with the perfect shot, and the Sad Boys are saying, yeah, we got KO'd in one set, but we're going to clutch out the rest.
Yeah, and that was unfortunately just that Luna defense when those cooldowns are down, blowing all of the cooldowns on the offensive play, and unfortunately not able to find anything. And things might be unraveling for the side of OSHI no core flip after looking so good in this first few sets. Already, it looks like Merchant will have to be blurring that flip defensively. That being said, Merchant and Mirrormag on the offensive. That pass splitter from Asher is absolutely massive. You already lose. Has to respect that as he's low himself, though does have a little bit of dodge to work with. Twin drive dash does come out from Merchant as Kashikoma is sent off the map, I believe, by a core flip, if that was right, but a good secondary from Vaughn, able to snatch that second goalie barrier right under Merchant's hands. He's a little bit of a thief for the prankster trickster right now, Finny. Merchant, though, trying to go on the aggressive, an excellent dash forward, able to keep that pressure up on You Already Lose. Mirrormag, though, stagger, no dodge to work with. Things might be looking really bad, especially with that Pummeler's Finny, but it does go onto the side of Sad Boys' net. Bells this time is the one that has no stagger or dodge to work with. Pass splitter goes a little bit wide. Unfortunately, would have been a goal if it hits. Mirrormag, though, on the aggressive, trying to dribble, but not able to find anything. Bells is right there in the net. Not able to sit it in, though, as Kashikoma is able to win the strike war, but a good strike war win against the glitch pop from You Already Lose gives them their fourth point of the set.
Yeah, incredible patience from Mirrormag. No panic in front of the goal. Secures yet another one as they try to make it to the 5th point yet again, as Bells has no meter at the moment, taking 3 million damage. But Kashikoma's got to watch out. That Asher does have a lot of knockback. That Benny has a lot of damage, and Kashikoma is almost sent off the map instantly. Both berries being taken off as well. Bells almost gets a strike, but just barely, not enough, as Merchant goes in yet again, gets one barrier, but will it be enough? 4 seconds until the Kashikoma respawn. Merchant has no dash left in the resource tank, and Bells wins the strike war on the flip. The Sad Boys 1 point away potentially from taking this game 1.
Yeah, that was just so unfortunate. Bells getting an absolutely critical strike for win on the core flip in front of the net. Now going into this next point, Mirrormag will have no dodge to deal with any of the damage that comes out from Sideboys. But already, we're looking at that win condition for the side of OSHI core flip. It's an absolute fist fight in the Sad Boy side of the net. Unfortunately, they only get one goalie barrier for his troubles as Kashikoma trying to go on the offensive, trying to regain. Mirrormag trying to win a strike war, able to do it against Bond, but not against You Already Lose. possession now on the side of Sad Boys, but nothing can be found of it just quite yet. Good strike over from Bell, is able to get a second one for that first goalie barrier. Can he get a second? Pass player does come out, but the extra special ultimate actually able to save it. That chaos coming out from Merchant, able to get them their second goalie barrier. Now it's Bells that's first to burn elusive, looking a little bit low. Has a little bit to work with though, as the stuff attempt from Mirmeg goes a little wide, but the pass back to Kashikoma, able to pocket into the top side of the net.
And Brigbat, 4th straight 5th point.
My gosh.
What?
These teams are going at it. They are at each other's throats, tearing and clawing right now. We'll be able to see if any will come out on top of it. And a crazy offensive play from Merchant. Able to get that first goalie barrier, almost gets a McDouble for his McTroubles, but not able to get anything just quite yet. Defensive core flip comes out from You Already Lose. The Finny secondary, able to keep it up, setting Bells up for a strike war win. Able to get that first goalie barrier. Path splitter comes out, not able to find anything, and Vaughn is unfortunately set off the net. But a last minute breath of dying breath pass from Vaughn over to Bells, able to get that second goalie barrier into the core flip. What a quick reversal. Excellent play from our most iconic forward duo in Omega Strikers.
Yeah, and it was so close, but in the end, Merchant just ran out of resources.
Oh, the game's done.
Boys. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I was not expecting that. They were going at it. I was not keeping track of the score. Wow, that was crazy. And I mean, look at the damage numbers coming out. 90,000 damage from the side of OSHI no core flip. Such an insane damage advantage, but Sad Boys able to hold on, able to make sure that OSHI no core flip cannot get as many fist fights as they want and maintain that much coveted core control. So powerful against something like the Luna goalie. So absolutely hats off. They are proving why they are the best team in the league right now, even against someone so strong like OSHI no core flip playing their game.
Yeah, and OSHI, I think the critical deciding factor was that singular draft, in my opinion, where they just gave Catalyst and Stagger Swagger.
Yeah.
They were overwhelming them with damage. I feel like they had to take those beefy awakenings away. After that, the Sad Boys were not getting chain KO'd at all.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've got my Coca-Cola out. I've got my towel. I've got my sunscreen as we're queued up for the next game. We'll be seeing what we get. We'll be seeing if I was dressed for the occasion, as I will be expecting that increased odds of rolling Inky Splash Zone might be a bit hard for the Sad Boys to overcome that map. Right now, very, very chaotic. A lot of teams not sure what to do on that map just quite yet with how new it is, but we'll see what strategies both teams will pull out coming into this next game.
Yeah, it'll definitely be a question, especially with the boosted rates of Inky Splash Zone. There's a higher chance you get sent to the water gun, to the juice. But we'll definitely have to see when we load in. We should be doing so soon, but again, what an incredible game between Sad Boys OSHI. Somehow, games between these two are always bangers.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. These teams are just a movable force, or unstoppable force meets immovable objects, just so back and forth. So many crazy plays coming out from either side. And yeah, if both teams want to take a quick breather after that one, completely understandable. I've got my my refreshments here. Borg, you saw on the desk, was enjoying himself, as we are here. Summer has arrived in Autumn City in August. We are not sure what hemisphere it's on, but it's in its own world. as we are going in potentially into our third game. 2 minutes 30 seconds on that queue time. Both teams taking in those much needed breaths to get into this game. Oh, but it looks like we have a pop. We might be getting in the game very soon. Both teams readying themselves up, putting those bandages on, ready for that next fist fight. Mirmeg right now slipping on those brass knuckles. Merchant bringing out his hidden and very illegal Damascus steel knife. We'll see what they'll be able to bring out. And it looks like Amy's app, unfortunately, I might be a fish out of water for this one, as we will see no water coming out from that Inky. The big water cannon, the juice. No juice will be happening today, unfortunately. Or fortunately for these teams, as we already see that Rasmus hover for Amy's app. Vice Band coming out. And, so many teams were talking about that Merchant's Vice, right? Merchant being on that Vice, playing it so much in those qualifier tournaments, and people saying that if you just ban it out, Merchant will be weak. He only has that Luna, but as we saw right now, he brought out that Luna, and it was strong. It was taking on Sad Boys. So we'll see if this Vice ban will hold up farther into the season, but let's see what Merchant decides to pull out now on Amy Zap, as it looks like... Oh, I believe the Rasmus ban did come out. I thought for a second that they were actually agreeing to not pick that Rasmus, but Juliet, Amy for the side of OSHI no core flip, something that I think we're really used to seeing from Mirror Meg and Kashikoma, characters that they're very comfortable on. Yep, and Merchant does go to that Luna, and it looks like we will be seeing Era coming out from the side of Vaughn. Let's see what he'll be able to do on that. A lot of shrinks, a lot of stuff like that. Might be able to prevent a lot of that damage, maybe.
Yeah, it will definitely be interesting, and we've escaped the splash zone, but there is still a pawn, and that center will be very important for both of the Juliets, as Mirror Meg is out for blood instantly. Merchant in there as well, and they get the barrier first. Mirror Meg dribbling up, winning the strike wars against Vaughn, but Vaughn wins the critical last one before the goal is attempted. And now Kashikoma trying to pass to Mirror Meg, but intercepted by Bells, and the Sad Boys finally try to get out of their half. No, it is still sent back by Merchant and Kashikoma. Mirror Meg trying to get a strike war, but Bells in position does not get the barrier. It is deflected away. Vaughn taking a little bit of damage. Merchant clears it behind the barrier, but Vaughn gets the pass to Bells, and this time they get the barrier. Kashikoma trying to pass it away. Bells in position, but no. The defense is good for OSHI no core flip, as Merchant once again makes the save, rockets it away, knocks Bells back. Kashikoma in position with the firewall sentry. Bells dribbling off the edge, and finally will find his mark. First point goes to the Sad Boys.
Yeah, that margin for error against Bells Juliet is just so small. We saw that single missed rocket from Merchant into the confirmed dribble dash punch from Bells. That's just looking so rough. Didn't even need to burn that core flip for the point. Merchant ultimate does come down though, trying to burn that core flip, but nothing found so far. Shrink Ray comes out on Mirror Mag. Mirror Mag feeling a little small. Fortunately, the summer vibes have not been extended to OSHI no core flip. I think they're probably Canadian or something. I don't know. But Mirror Mag now going on the offensive, blowing that Tofu Fortress with positioning alone. Good work. Merchant, though, with an excellent spacebar and core flip. So much offensive pressure all of a sudden coming out, but not able to find the goal. You already lose, and Merchant will hold as a dash punch core flip. Able to set Kashikoma off the map, and now Merchant's the one on the defensive, not able to win that strike war against Bells. Rocket does come out. That positioning loss will be very important, but Vaughn's again already trying to gain, and a dash. Not a dash, sorry, a punch from Bells, hitting the core and hit stunning Merchant, able to get that goal.
Yeah, and that was such an interesting goal right there, because Merchant was trying to get in front of Bells, but Bells also spaced back in the same instant, got that punch hitbox out in time to get it onto Merchant as well, and it was such a small margin there, as Merchant unfortunately cannot find the strike. Kashikoma trying to get it around, and Merchant will be able to secure the barrier, will get the strike afterwards. Maybe a little bit of a chance for OSHI no core flip as Kashikoma tries to pass it up to Mirror Meg, but it's intercepted by Vaughn yet again. Bells in position. Merchant has to be so careful here as Mirror Meg uses the flip defensively.
Yeah, and Merchant again on the aggression, and oh my gosh! You already lose. Unfortunately, the log does not stop it, as Merchant gets a absolutely thieved goal, stolen goal. That's the word. He stole that goal right under You Already Lose's feet. Probably called him fat as well in the process.
Yeah, well, Dubu is a little bit large as Kashikoma is heading in with Merchant. The Aimi turret is there too. The firewall sentry supports as Mirror Meg goes for the scoring attempt. Passes back to Merchant as he recognizes that Vaughn is there. A little bit of a wall in his passes. Kashikoma tries to get the glitch pop punish, but no. Bells will clear it away with the dash punch. Mirror Meg in position, hitting Vaughn away as Merchant attempts the core flip, but it's unsuccessful. Mirror Meg with the dash punch, but it is deflected away by You Already Lose yet again. And now Mirror Meg, once again, we've seen this before. He's in there, but there are not enough layers, and it is sent away by the Air Tornado, even with Merchant support. Vaughn now trying to dribble up the midfield, blocked by Kashikoma so far, almost being taken out by Bells, but Bells in position yet again. Kashikoma cannot get it out of here. Merchant trying to clear, but Bells gets the better of the strike, where Mirror Meg walking forward, trying to do something here as Kashikoma finds a bit of a spot, finds a dribble, but it is cleared away by all of You Already Lose's abilities. Merchant with the fast core sends it away for now. The dash punch of Bells is whiffed, but a great shot by Vaughn. Not even a redirect by Bells required, and no 0.5 here. The Sad Boys will take the first one.
Yeah, and just so much offensive pressure now, so much core control that Bells and Vaughn have, absolutely showing that dominance. They're getting to play their game, and it's reflecting in these scorelines. No 3-2 this time, as they do get a built different for Bells in this trouble. Now all of that KO pressure coming back from Bells, but also so much scoring potential. That being said, we're looking at a repeat here in terms of Awakening. We do see that twin drives coming out from Merchant. Quick strikes from Vaughn as well to keep up that offensive pressure. You will not be striking it out. You probably have to be using a lot of those abilities, but we'll see coming in as, importantly, Egoist actually taken on, no, not picked up, taken away from that Awakening pool.
Yeah, and Vaughn with quick strikes is so scary, but forget about Vaughn. Here's Bells to score himself here to take the barrier. Vaughn in position, sends it to Bells. Merchant deflects it, catches the bounce off of the Luna nuke right now as Kashikoma catches the bounce as well. Barely stays alive against Bells' dash punch. Merchant manages to clear it away, but Bells gets the better of the strike situation. The Sad Boys continue to put on the pressure.
Yeah, and there we go. We see that just that offensive pressure again and again and again. If it keeps going onto Merchant's side of the court, there's just so little that Luna can do against such hard confirms like Juliet. But that being said, if it goes already to you already lose, Merchant has that opportunity to take that 1v1, and it looks like the twin drives coming out. You cannot clear into an empty space. It's just not safe. Merchant, an absolute greedy orb score. This guy is looking a little bit like that one guy from Blue Lock.
Yeah, it's definitely hard when Merchant has one of the qualities of a good eject Luna goalie, being able to pull the trigger on that dash early, but right now it's a little bit of trouble as they aim for the barrier. Bells has flipped. You got to be so careful if you're Merchant. He sends it away, but Bells catches it with the dash punch. So much size with that build different. And now OSHI no core flip. They were looking so strong, but without that Deadeye, without the stacking damage, it is a little bit of a struggle against this core control of the Sad Boys.
Yeah, and both core flips up for Bells and Vaughn. This is looking really bad for OSHI no core flip. Will they be able to defend? First core flip comes out from Vaughn. Not able to find anything, but a KO from Bells forces the defensive core flip from Merchant, and Merchant now on the offensive, but not able to find anything. You already leaves. Additionally, has that core flip. Size beam comes out from air. The shrink not able to find anything just yet, but Bells able to force it through with a punch. Kashikoma though now on the defensive, trying desperately to find anything, but just can't. The core flip comes out from you already lose, and so well played. Bells already there to steal it. Looks like the stealing golds are being unstolen. All right, I'm losing myself a little bit in the sauce, but Bells does get another MVP, and he has some stuff to work with, I'm sure, for this draft.
Yeah, definitely not the pick of the litter here. Not the greatest picks imaginable. Specialized training will be great. Rapid fire, though, newly buffed, will be fantastic for Luna, but now that we're looking at the draft, the Sad Boys kind of have a lot of picks, and Mirameg is kind of left with none. The Castellast era, the Specialized Juliet, are going to take over this game unless Kashikoma can pull off some magic with that hot shot.
Yeah, and think about how big size is for Juliet. With that cast to last in the Juliet mirror, Mirameg has the potential to just basically be taken out of the game. Air is so strong in the Juliet mirror, especially with anything that extends the duration of the shrink. I'm so worried for Mirameg, and look at that, level 3 versus almost the level 6 from Bells, though. But as we go into this next point, dribbling from that quick strikes Vaughn, able to get something as Bells almost sends Merchant off the map, but not quite able to find it. Dash punch from Mirameg, though. Able to find it against You Already Lose, struggling against all of this defensive pressure from OSHI no core flip. Kashikoma using the cyber swipe to get that core control yet again, wins the strike war against Bells' punch. Merchant not able to confirm, unfortunately, as it does go in that corner. Bells trying to dribble it out. It forces the ultimate from Luna, but it's not going to mean much as Bells dash punches it in, sending two things in the net, the core and Merchant.
Yeah, it's looking tough for OSHI no core flip. They're staring down another 0-2 here, but Mirameg gets a clutch KO on Bells. Kashikoma and Mirameg approaching up the field. The special coming out, but it is still defended by the Sad Boys. Vaughn and Yuri lose. Still hold. They managed to get past Merchant's first dash as well. Kashikoma does have flip, though. They got to watch out. Second dash comes in. A KO onto Vaughn can be critical here, but Bells gets a KO onto Mirameg. And now Kashikoma has flip, needs to use it here because right now, these cannot get the goal. Specialized training special from Bells will send the core away yet again. Merchant almost being taken off the field, a little bit safer here back in the net, but Bells is lurking. Bells is waiting for the core to approach him. Kashikoma trying to keep possession with the firewall sentry, but it is defended again and again by You Already Lose. And Kashikoma and Mirrormeg, we've seen this story before. It's sent away by Bells, sent away by You Already Lose once again. The shot by Bells hits the barrier and Brickbat. It's not looking too good.
Yeah. Oh, and it's right to Bells! It's clockwork, ladies and gentlemen. It is so crazy. Absolutely valiant defense from You Already Lose, and Vaughn able to set Bells up for that perfect bounce in that last point. It's, yeah, if you can't get that, it was looking so good with those KOs from Mirrormeg. He literally instantly got a fully stacked prize fighter, but it just wasn't enough. And if that's not enough, what is?
Yeah, and this time Bell styling a little bit, dribbling around Merchant and Kashikoma. Mirrormeg trying to get the core out of there. Merchant, but still, Yuri lose the patience. The massive Dubu hitbox will continue to save it, even against Kashikoma right in front of him. And Yao continues to keep that barrier alive. Bell's now a little bit bored, starting to hit Merchant for fun. Now has the dash punch in front of the goal, and that will be the sad boy, taking the expected 2-0.
Absolutely clinical. No inky splash zone or the gates of obscure to mix them up, and because of that, they'll show again and again why this team is so feared by the teams in the North American Strikers League.
Yeah, this is a contender for that top 1 spot in the regular season, even that first place in the playoffs. But you know, OSHI no core flip, that first game, there's a lot that could have been.
There is a lot that could have been. And, you know, I really want to see these teams duke it out in the splash zone, on the splash down. SeaWorld extraordinaire. I'm saying words, but water, you know, love that. Love that. I wish this Coca-Cola was water right now so I could splash it on myself. But yeah, look at that. Absolutely clinical. 83 redirects from Bells and Vaughn, respectively. 8 goals coming out, and yeah, and it's just, if you can't get, it seems like if OSHI no core flip can't get that offensive goalie plays going, they struggle to score, especially against, I mean, basically the #1 goalie in Omega Strikers. You Already Lose. Of course, we'll see how they fare against other teams coming into these future weeks. Of course, we only are on the 2nd week of the North American Strikers League, but as it is right now, a little bit worried for how OSHI no core flip. Actually, not worried. They did really great. What am I saying? I mean, worried for the other teams that will have to deal with the crazy offensive pressure from Merchant and Mirrormeg, but unfortunately, it just wasn't enough to get them a game off of Sad Boys.
Yeah, but for now, we will take a short break before our next series. We'll send it to the loading screen with the 4-minute timer that totally will make it back to us when it hits 0-0. Definitely won't be a bit longer, as say goodbye to Brickbat and his drink, because we'll be right back.